I don't remember anything. Hello, welcome to today's episode. Juice and the Numbers, your statistics and sports podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Joshua Tracy.
And I am Corwin Heller.
And welcome to the Thursday episode of the show. Sorry we missed you on Monday. Shit happens. We'll get better, I promise. Press X for doubt. Anyway, welcome to the show. It is 8 p.m. here on the East Coast on a fucking Wednesday, June 8th. Mets and Yankees are rolling. There's a ton of stuff to talk about in the world of baseball as we are rapidly approaching the halfway mark of the year and therefore the All-Star break. But before we get to the baseball stuff, we figured it would be apropos to talk about some football, since even in the offseason, things are happening. And the Los Angeles Rams have two bits of big news as they shell out more money that God knows where they'll keep getting it from.
They are the kings of just money madness. They are wizards.
It's like if you ever played Monopoly and like the guy who plays the banker keeps getting 500s and you're like, I haven't seen you cheat, but I cannot place where these 5 hundos keep coming from.
Yeah. Are we gonna have to start keeping a tally of other players' money just like in Monopoly?
Well, I think the more direct comparison here is that NFL cap money is Monopoly money. Clearly none of this is real. But anyway, yeah, so I guess I'll start with Aaron Donald since that one came first. So he currently they reworked his current deal to give him a $40 million raise over the last 3 years of his existing contract, which is interesting. I guess he must have then been threatening to hold out. I don't know why else you would do that, per se. Do you?
Is his value goes up?
Because if we've learned anything from talking about sports and sport contracts, it's that the owners are not a charitable bunch. They're not giving out money that they don't have to give out. So I'd imagine there's been some ongoing conversation, Aaron Donald saying perhaps something to the effect of give me more money or I demand a trade, I hold out, I sit out, whatever, stuff.
In his press conference, I remember him saying when he first started his career, he said, 8 years and I'm good. And this was going to be like his 8th season, or he just finished his 8th season. So maybe that was just him just giving reason after the fact, or actually being like, yeah, I could retire after 8 years. He sure as hell left his mark on the league.
I mean, you are right. He just finished year number 8. Certainly could be an incentive. Certainly. So as it stands today, because I don't think Spot Track has been updated yet, because this was announced today. No, these look like current numbers, actually. Anyway, so it's a $40 million raise over what he was originally going to be getting over the last 3 years of his contract. So now he will be getting, it is updated already, $95 million over the next 3 years. Which, I mean, god damn, it's a lot of money.
Yeah.
So in 2022, he'll have a base salary of $1.5 million, a signing bonus of $13 million, a roster bonus of $5 million, a restructuring bonus of $4.5 million. His total cap hit will be $24 million, and his dead cap will be a whopping $73 million. 2022, once again, $13.5 million will be the base salary this time, $5 million for the signing bonus, $15 million roster bonus, $4.5 million contract restructuring bonus, a $38 million cap hit, and $44 million of dead cap. Then he has, apparently there's an opt-out in 2024. Interesting. Mm-hmm. And if he chooses to stay, I guess, it's $10 million base salary, $5 million signing bonus, $5 million roster bonus, $6 and change million player option, $4.5 million restructuring bonus, $31.1 million cap hit, $19.5 million dead cap. And then there's some additional voided money that gets spread out to 25 and 26, I guess, for contract accounting purposes.
Yeah, that's really just like, hey, we'll spread the cap hit out, or the bonus hit over X amount of years, and then those last 2 years that are voidable are just make believe.
So the original AAV of his final 3 years was $22.5 million. So yeah, there you go.
There you go.
Yeah, so it would have been $55 million for the last 2 years. He gets an extra year tacked on, plus between all 3 years, additional $40 million. It's just a huge sum of cash, and god damn it, does he fucking deserve it?
Mm-hmm. Could you think of any other player in the league that should be making quarterback money?
Ooh. Oh, that's a real good question. It's also tough because we know Aaron Donald's impact it's so visible to us.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be tough to say
and it's guaranteed. There's no like, oh, he's coming off of a couple great seasons. He's still got a couple more years. Like, no, for a fact, you are getting X amount of statistics from that man. He's going to do it while being double teamed the entire time. And that's just the way it is.
And that's at the end. He's done it. Like, he's cakewalking his way into the Hall of Fame.
He's already there.
That's what I'm saying. He could hang up his cleats tomorrow and they should just waive the 5-year post-retirement term. Cause it's like, what do we need to, nothing's going to change. Why do we don't need this for him. Look at this big fucking guy. Like he made it, we should name the fucking building after him. So I guess not really. Through 2021. So not including the 3 years he has left after this, I guess, partial extension, partial raise. How much has Aaron Donald's lifetime earnings been?
200 million. No, that's too much.
What?
That's way too much. Yeah, that's like
Whoa.
insane amount of money.
Yeah.
8
No.
years. I'll say he averaged. I'll say 144.
You've overshot it, my friend. 97. Really? $97.1 million.
Wow, by a lot.
Yeah, because you're forgetting the rookie contract.
Those rookie contracts.
Yeah.
They're dirt cheap.
Yeah, so in 2014, I guess because it's like a signing bonus, he made $6 million, and then in 2015 he made $950,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna, and then 1.3, 1.8, and then 40, and then 9, and then 17, 19. He is slotted to increase that number almost a full $100 million in the next 3 years, as we've just said, putting his potential career total earnings to $192,000, which is hilarious. We did this last time. We talked about football contracts, specifically talking about Tom Brady potentially, like taking a pay cut essentially to stay on the football diamond. How long do you think it must have taken Tom Brady to hit $97 million?
Oh man, we just talked about it last.
I know. I'm not going to do the math again because I don't feel like adding all these numbers up. But like, I'm looking at it, and man, it must have taken a fucking while.
13 years.
Because I mean, he doesn't hit $1 million. He doesn't hit $10 million until his 6th season in the NFL. 2, 4, yeah. Dude, it's got to have been at least a decade of his career, at least. Granted, contracts values have obviously gone up since then, but still, I mean, just nuts to think about. All right, so the second contract that got given out was to Cooper Kupp, who received a 3-year extension worth up to $80 million for the Rams wide receiver, who turned in a massive year this past year, put himself in the conversation for, wide receiver MVP talk, which never is going to happen. But really, he played himself into this gigantic fucking contract. For this one, it looks like Spot Track has not yet been updated. They don't have any hard details. It just says it'll be a 3-year, $78.5 million contract, 75 of which is guaranteed money. Damn, I did not see that detail.
75 of 78.
Yeah.
Very weird number to leave out.
Yeah, because usually those discrepancies are there for something of a reason like, oh, we'll have incentive bonuses, which would especially play for a skill position. Like an incentive bonus for an offensive lineman is like, what's the incentive going to be? Like winning the Super Bowl? Like, yeah, we'll get extra money for that. And like that, great. But like that's not an individual achievement. For a skill position, you can build in a lot of individual achievements. So it's also weird to have the number be so disparate from that, but we'll see what the details are when it comes out. Fuck. $26 million a year.
Yeah, 110 million over the next 5 years. That's a nice little contract. Again, I don't know how they fucking do it.
Now I got the bills paid.
Yes, it will. Worth it.
It's not on Spot Track's cap hit by the team metric yet, because Aaron Donald's is still only at 24 million and Cooper Kupp's is like negligible, because I think this is still, actually they have him zeroed out right now because I guess they're, behind the scenes working on it. But as of right now at this moment, it's 188 million heading into the season. If you change Aaron Donald's contract to what it's supposed to be, hold on, for this year, the cap hit. Oh, actually, no, Aaron Donald's is correct. 24 million is correct for this year. So Aaron Donald's, wow, Cooper Kupp's cap hit could be bigger than Aaron Donald's. That's hilarious. Well, I guess we don't have full figures as to how that works yet, but I guess if we just raw add $26 million to that $188 million total, that would put the Rams at about $214-ish million, which that's got to be right up against the cap, right?
Let's actually look at the Rams cap.
Yeah, so the 2022 salary cap is $208 million. So the Rams are going to have to cut payroll.
Yeah.
Unless they turn all this into a signing, unless they turn this year into a signing bone, but they can't, because next year Aaron Donald's cap hit goes up, so they can't have both those guys' contracts go up next year that much.
Well, this wouldn't kick in until after Cooper Kupp's contract is over.
Oh, it's tacked on. It's not replacing any years.
I would believe so.
I think you're right, because his current contract. Okay, so his most recently signed contract is 2020 to 2023, and then Spot Track has his years going out to 2026. So that what you said would make sense.
Yeah. Yeah. So he has a cap hit of 18 in 2023, 18.5, and then I guess it hasn't kicked in yet for Spot Track because he's not on there for 2024.
No, he's not.
Regardless,
they're going to be right up against it no matter what.
They have.
Because even if it is the 15 million that it looks like his current contract's AAV is, I think that's what I just read. I already forgot.
I mean,
they're going to be at $204 million for the season against a $208 million cap hit. That's tough.
And regardless, for 2023, they're projected at $4.5 million without signing a single other player. They only have. That's not a lot of guys under contract. Regardless, it'll be fun to watch. I believe they can do it because, fuck, man, how do you bet against the house?
Holy shit! Their 2022 cap. Sorry, the 2023 cap current salary cap adjustment is already at 22 million. It's already more than this year by $40 million.
Yeah,
that's insane.
Really gotta hope those TV deals pay out this year. For sure.
Oh my God. Oh, hey, good for the players, man. Good for the players. So I guess taking that into completely different news, another bit of NFL news that's been going around has been surrounding Deshaun Watson, as more women have come forward to make accusations against him and to bring their names into the suits. More details have been revealed, and there's been now more speculation about what the NFL is going to do as they get ready to, launch their investigation or announce their conclusions or whatever. And what has been probably one of the most predictable developments in this story possible. Like it's hard coming forward with sexual assault allegations as a victim in the first place. Which means that, yeah, there's probably going to be a bunch more that keep coming forward because this guy seems like a really bad guy.
I know that every time something like this happens with accusations made against athletes or celebrities where women speak out about past instances of, domestic assaults or sexual assaults, there is always a very loud minority that's saying they're just making this up for the clout, for money, for attention, whatever. I haven't seen a single fucking one of those today, where the total number of accusations released by the New York Times was 66 at this point, or he saw 66 masseuses since 2017 over like an 18-month span. No one's like, oh shit, like there's no way. Like you're all lying, you're all doing this for money, this is coordinated. It's like, oh shit, like either we told you so, or man, how did I not see this coming? And here we are.
And the thing about it is this would almost, I don't want to say be a non-story, but the weight of this story for the sports world, which I know gross transition, but it's the sad reality that the Cleveland Browns have put us in, that there's even the need to have this aspect of the conversation, is that the Cleveland Browns fucking traded for him and gave him a massive contract for genuinely no reason. You have a man who is credibly accused by dozens of women that he sexually assaulted them. Many of the cases are still pending and accusers are still coming forward. And you thought your trash ass ownership, GM, front office, everybody involved thought, yeah, but he used to throw a football real good when we used to see him throwing footballs. Let's get him over here and just hope he beats the charges.
Because based off of the entirety of the NFL's history, why wouldn't that be the status quo at this point? You say there's no reason. Well, he's good at football, and usually this stuff blows over. Okay. I mean, it's the Browns. I know it's a very different front office, but that team must be cursed because they just keep finding ways to make themselves look like the biggest idiots on planet Earth. And in this case, the biggest assholes. But they thought it would be fine. They thought people would either stop caring, people would come to terms with it, with all the sports washing, or people would be upset, but there's really nothing that's going to be done. So it's over. Who cares?
That's almost part of like I don't even want to say that they're cursed because it's a series of them constantly doing this shit to themselves. They make bad decisions because they're bad people who are also dumb and then are shocked when they blow up in their face. For instance, why take a chance on a situation that's going to potentially fuck you so goddamn hard and make you look like the pieces of scum that you are? Because if Deshaun Watson gets kicked out of the league, which seems to be the right recourse at this point, but what the fuck do I know? Or even just suspended for like 2 years. You're the Cleveland Browns. You have no quarterback for the next 2 years. You've already committed a ton of money to in year 2. So like you didn't commit any real money in year 1. Who cares? You committed a bunch of money year 2. That's gone. You gave away 3 first round. You don't have a first round pick that you don't have to trade away more capital to get until 2025. I fuck you. Like, what do? You have no quarterback. You have no real capital to trade for one. You have nobody in the system. You have nothing you can do to play one. You don't have the chance to draft a good one for 3 more years. And you're out of a ton of money. Oh, and everybody hates you, including every female fan that would have ever considered pumping money into your bullshit team because you just had to have a guy who throws footballs real good when he's not fucking molesting people. It's mind-blowing stupidity.
It is truly amazing how if this were any other quarterback of his caliber, the Browns would be a front runner and true contender to win the Super Bowl. And instead, they are going to have to blow this the fuck up and start from scratch again. And they're going to go back to the bottom once again because there's no reason to fight it out with this team. Deshaun Watson's going to be suspended, hopefully, likely for 2 years. Baker Mayfield's not going to play for you.
No chance.
You burnt that bridge. If it was any other quarterback, I'd say, you know what? There's a chance. But we know exactly who Baker Mayfield is. And you drafted a guy out of Oklahoma who was the most fiery competitor on the field, won the Heisman Trophy because of his competitiveness over arm talent. He is never going to play down at football for you again. And you're fucked. There's no replacement that you can get.
And every game you lose, and every losing season, abysmal losing season that you have between now and the next time you get a chance to crawl out of the basement is going to be marked with, well, part of the reason they're in this problem is they traded for Deshaun Watson. Because it will be empirically true every single time you lose a game because your quarterback throws for 150 yards, no touchdowns and 2 interceptions every game. And every single time you play a game and get railed, the commentators are going to sit there and say, part of the reason the Browns are in this mess is because they traded for this. You're never going to live this down. As well, you fucking shouldn't. But you are never going to live this down. For what? Like, for what, man? For fucking what?
For the same reason that a fucking child steals a cookie out of the cookie jar. They think they're never going to get caught and nothing bad's ever going to happen. Consequences don't exist.
Oh, God, it is just mind-blowing. It's and it's so not worth the effort because, like, there are scumbag billionaires out there who are going to do whatever the fuck they want to do, which includes run their team however they want to run it and acquire whoever they want to acquire. And they don't give a shit because the money's going to keep rolling in. Thanks to that good old profit sharing in the NFL when it comes to national TV contracts. Good old fashioned corporate socialism, like just keep pumping money into the pockets of people who have enough. And it doesn't even matter. Like the owner of the Browns, he's not going to give a shit. He's not going to care. He's not going to give a fuck what we think. I fucking hate it. Speaking of ownership, seamless transition. Which we completely forgot to mark down before in our pre-show meeting.
Of course.
The Broncos have a new owner.
Yeah, the Waltons.
The Walmart people.
I don't remember which one, but one of the Waltons.
I want to say it's just the family. I want to say like the Waltons acquired.
No, it was like the matriarch of the family right now. I want to say it's like Robert. That's just Robert Walton. Nope, that's a book.
You think they got a? You think they got a rollback deal on that? The Walton Penner Family Ownership Group.
S. Robson.
Headed by Rob Walton. His daughter Carrie Walton Penner and her husband Greg Penner. Also includes Melody Hobson, co-CEO of Ariel Investments and the chair of the board of Starbucks, and a director at JP Morgan Chase. But this is mostly a, I guess, Walmart venture. So they sold for $4.65 billion. Which means that every time we've ever looked at franchise valuations, they've all been undersold. Because if I recall correctly, the last time we talked about franchise valuations, like the Yankees were listed at like $5 billion or some shit like that. And the Yankees are absolutely worth more than the Denver Broncos.
Well, fuck. I mean, the Panthers sold 3 years ago for 2.3.
Yeah, and I want to say that the Royals sold 2-3 years ago for over $1 billion, and we thought that was a ton at the time.
Yeah. This is honestly, this is just a gross overpay by a guy who isn't going to be affected by that number and just wanted to. It's the exclusivity of it, not the actual return.
That's what I was about to say. You gotta imagine for big time pro sports. So like, let's write off soccer for a minute because we're talking about old white people. They do not care about soccer. You've got hockey, which even then most non-Canadian billionaires aren't really going to give a shit about. So you got baseball, basketball, and football. That means that between those three sports, you've got 90 something teams. That's it. That's fucking it. That the only chance you're ever going to get to own a team anybody actually cares about is those 90 something teams.
Yep.
That's it. It's a big fucking club, man, but we
And you
ain't
know
in
what?
it.
When you have the money, it's about as good of an investment as you can make. It's a sure fucking thing.
Honestly, the more you think about it, the more it really is a phenomenal, because not only is it an asset that constantly appreciates in value, it's also real estate to a large extent.
Mm-hmm.
It's very sticky contracts. It's very a lot of retention. There's a constant growth with your fan base. When I'm trying to look for your customers, there we go. That also has its feet in growth markets like subscription services, streaming services, apparel. Like there's tons of avenues for revenue that are opened when you buy a team.
And like this
Endless.
is, I don't know how much this counts because it's Rob Walton. He has all the leverage he could possibly have. He's not even from Denver, but if you were a local guy buying this team, man, that's an insane amount of leverage to have over your home city. And in this case, since it's the far and away largest city in Colorado, over the state of Colorado, that's a ton of leverage.
Which is what a lot of owners use to get cities to pay for their fucking stadiums.
Wow.
Also, it's wild because Walmart's been one of the biggest proponents of not paying a livable wage at their stores and making sure that that they have part-time employees instead of full-time employees to make sure they don't have to pay benefits. Walmart is the employer that receives the most federal aid from the government, I believe, via the food stamps program. I believe that the more employees at Walmart are on food stamps than any other company in America, which at that point really just means you're being subsidized by the federal government. And if you have the money, if you have the money to be dropping over $4.5 billion, a sum of money that I'm not sure would, if we put it all in singles, would fit in the room I'm in. I don't think it's big enough. If you have the money to do that, you have the money to make sure your employees aren't on fucking food stamps. You like, oh God, I hate this goddamn shit so fucking much. I hate it. Why did we start here? This was my decision, but I'm so mad we did this. I'm all riled up.
Josh, just grow old, grow apathetic, drift off into the nothingness. Peace.
I know I said it a few weeks ago, a few months ago now, maybe. And we poked a bunch of holes in it because it probably isn't a good idea. But man, this really just makes me think that maybe a franchise sports team being a public good isn't the worst thing because these numbers are disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
But again, there's so many problems with that. Whatever.
Yeah.
There's other things happening in the world of the NFL. They're relatively more minor. Jack Del Rio shoved his whole foot in his whole mouth today. He's an idiot. Like it's not worth getting too far into. It's talking points that we've all heard our fathers say.
You know what,
get
Josh?
mad about them here.
I'm sick of talking about politics. I want to talk about something that matters. I want to talk about men's fashion.
We're getting into the City Connect jerseys. So Corwin and I have fallen behind a little bit. We realized as we were getting ready to talk about the Angels that we'd actually missed several jerseys. Where do you want to? So we have left to talk about that we have not yet talked about. The Royals and the Astros, who just completely slipped through our fingers. And then the Rockies and then the Angels. Where would you like to start, Corwin?
Let's go chronological. I think that's Kansas City.
Okay, that's what I thought, but I also was not sure. All right, so Kansas City Royals, it's still a largely blue uniform. However, they've deviated pretty harshly from their, royal blue uniform into something that's a little bit more navy, not quite as dark as like Yankees midnight blue, but still, darker blue with powder blue accents. So there's really no royal blue at all. It is. And I think that's what makes it effective. It's just like it took either end of the color spectrum instead of going in the middle where royal blue kind of is in terms of brightness, and then added in a really lovely art deco kind of line work KC logo. And they're pretty simplistic, but I think the changing color scheme and the like accent marks with the KC, which is supposed to be a fountain. It's supposed to be a fountain.
Sure.
Apparently, found a gesture of hospitality, the welcoming culture, and openness still remain in the city. That's supposed to be the idea behind the line work, but it does invoke a very like 1945 Art Deco kind of thing. What do you think?
Did you watch Parks and Rec?
Of course. Have I breathed?
Of course. Just wanted to be clear. You remember the episode where the Parks Department works together to paint a mural or decide what mural will be painted in the, town hall. And Tom commissions an art student to make a piece of art. It's a bunch of shapes, but he falls so deep inside of them. He starts feeling feelings. He sees feelings. He feels everything, and he just can't look away. That's how I feel about this logo. Like, it's very busy. It's very simple. I cannot look away, and I love it. I hate it for a uniform because I think it's just, I can't watch the baseball. I have to watch the logo. I have to watch the uniform. I'm not watching anything else. I'm just locked in, hypnotoad, just trapped.
There, the part in the logo where the K and the C first meet at that top arch, and it forms almost like a portion of like a Celtic knot, is just hypnotizing.
You can't look away.
It's so good. It's so good.
I can't wait to rank these at the end of the year.
Yeah. How many more are we getting this year? Are we finishing out all the teams or
8?
Only 8? Okay. So they're going to be doing this for a while then.
Yeah. I mean, I hope they just keep doing it because they're fucking awesome.
Oh yeah. I also hope that they continue doing this forever, but I'm just annoyed that it's going to take so long for the Yankees to get theirs.
They're going to be one of the last.
And you know what it's going to fucking be? It's just going to fucking be, here's our regular ass strippity striped pants, but the shirt's blue this time.
I swear
it's
to
navy
God.
blue.
I swear to God, if it's midnight blue and white pinstripes,
it's going to fucking be. Don't lie to yourself. It's the New York goddamn Yankees. Don't lie to yourself.
The Yankees will just trot out their normal Sunday pinstripes and there will be no discussion because the Yankees will come out and just say, go the fuck yourself, Mikey.
No, you know what it would be super Yankees to do is just make the uniforms so fucking Italian, just brutally Italian, and be like, this uniforms are dedicated to the hard streets of the Bronx, specifically Arthur Avenue and Arthur Avenue alone. And just be like, fuck the fact that the Bronx is now like very black and Puerto Rican and Albanian. Arthur Avenue, the Italians holding it down.
You know what? They would make that decision purely as just, okay, so if we do this Nike design, normal, super artistic, city connect jersey, we will sell, I don't know, just to make it easy, like, we'll sell 50 jerseys. If we do the stupid, loud, obnoxious Italian one, we'll sell, 600 jerseys. Okay, yeah, we're going to sell that one and just make another $1 billion, please.
The Yankees want you to keep enjoying your Nona's sauce every day during the game. Hey,
bushy hair.
They're gonna hire fucking who's the star of A Bronx Tale? Well, Chaz Palminteri. Palminteri is gonna saunter out and throw the first pitch in one of these in the Italian themed Yankees jersey that's now unfortunately shoved into my head.
Oh my God.
Ugh.
Sorry, I just saw something. Do you still have the Kansas City jersey up?
Yeah.
Can you zoom inside the collar?
Yeah, the hey.
Hey.
Yeah, it's 4 hays. It's too many hays. But yeah. Hey. Yeah, for Pride Month, they make a rainbow.
Okay, sure. I'd love this.
Hey.
Let's move on.
Yeah. All right. So then that brings us to the Houston Astros, who, well, they're named after the concept, the idea that there is a NASA base in Houston, and they have sent a fucking rocket to the god. They sent men to the moon from Houston. Houston, we have a problem. Believe it or not, is referencing Houston, Texas, where the Astros also play baseball. So they leaned into the space theme, which I think is fantastic. I mean, they're not only are they named after, a NASA event, so are the goddamn Houston Rockets. Like it's very pervasive. It's a big part of, maybe not like the culture of the city, but like what you think of when you think of Houston. So they have like a. Sorry, go ahead.
If you are still going to describe them, keep describing them.
Yeah, I was going to say. So there are, there's not a lot of this blue like in the uniform. It's really just in the main logo, that blue that's behind the H. That is now basically the whole uniform with some like chart paper.
It's the wallpaper from Troy and Abed's imagination room in Community.
On just the sleeves. So like the torso piece is solid, and then the sleeves have the checkeredness on them. It's Space City across the front,
Tron.
And then it still has the orange piping, that every jersey has with the numbers on the upper thigh, which I think is actually really interesting. I like that a whole lot because it's very different. And then their H logo on the hat has it's the star, but then it has like an atom kind of like circle dot situation going on there. Tell me what you think about them.
These look like something that would. This looks like promotional material for the Buzz Lightyear movie. Buzz Lightyear, holy shit! That you would buy from the Disney store for like your 8-year-old son. These look tacky as hell, just as is. I don't like them at all.
I love these.
I
think that they're incredible. I honestly do. I think they're fucking sleek. I think that they're gaudy.
They're definitely gaudy.
And I mean, a little bit wild. There's an ombre like shift in the tone of the orange as you go down the piping, down the jersey. That is just so unnecessary. And I love it.
I feel like the pictures I'm scrolling through from a distance are really good. Like the Houston logo is great. I love that. Numbers on the thigh, like that's really cool. The colors themselves, I like it. Space City looks so tacky up close. Like the closer you get, the worse it gets. And I don't like that.
The Astros' biggest weakness has always been distance.
The closer you look, I don't know. It's definitely not the worst we've seen. It's better than a fair amount of last year's. We'll even get to it. These aren't even my least favorite of this year so far, but yeah, it's my least favorite we've covered.
Yeah. All right. Fair enough. Yeah. I like these a lot. It's a swing, which I will always appreciate. So
yeah,
definitely a swing. All right. Then shall we take it off to the magical city of Denver, Colorado?
We shall.
Which we've now talked about twice on the show today. The Colorado Rockies, with like no fanfare at all, released their jerseys. And part of the reason that the Rockies have no fanfare is because the picture of their jersey release, I did not know who any of these 4 guys were. And man,
I also didn't.
I straight up, when I scrolled past them, I was like, a college baseball team. Nope, the Colorado Rockies. They are different. They are like a forest green pant all the way up to the chest, just solid like forest green. Colorado across the chest in
Comic
white
Sans.
stitching. I don't think it's Comic Sans. It feels like
Close.
oh, it is closer than I thought before you said that. But no, it feels a little bit too like the font was yes. Like, do we have a font? Yes. No further questions. After the green then becomes like the Rocky Mountains, and then it's just white above that, and it's white on the sleeves. And what more do you need to know? The Colorado logo for the hat is still the fucking goddamn Rocky Mountains. It's in purple. Why? Fuck your color scheme. Also, the circles are red. Eat shit and die. Also, the sky, fucking sky blue. None of these colors go with anything else we had on the jersey.
Nope.
It was
the
whatever
Nike
we
logo.
had around.
The Nike logo on the jersey. That's
Nike
all you got.
Yeah. It's also purple. Fuck you. Also, the patch, yellow. Where did these colors come from? Fuck you. Stop asking questions. And then above the Rocky Mountains in the hat are the letters CO, in case you forgot. They are in Colorado. Thank you. Go home.
Yep.
Yeah.
I really like the hats.
These are a disaster.
The hats look like something I would wear just as like you would get from like a Patagonia store. Below the ears, it looks like I don't know, like it almost looks like a really cheap like beer league hockey jersey type texture to it.
It looks like they started printing out the design, and then someone was like, "It's taking too fucking long," and they ripped it, and then it just that green from the mountain just became the whole rest of the uniform, and they're like, "Fuck it, just go make it. It's all green. It's all green."
Again, like what you're saying about them taking a swing, like okay, like I get what they were trying to do, and it almost works, but it genuinely does. Like they forgot to finish the jersey. Like it's the font with the Colorado. If they did something with that was like fun and exciting, I could see it working. But it just looks like something that the state of Colorado would put as like an advertisement on like the Welcome to Colorado sign. It's
like if you've ever gone on eBay and looked up a jersey for your favorite team, it doesn't matter. Like fucking the Rays, like you're a Rays fan, you look up Rays jerseys, and you'll be on eBay and you'll be like, wait, when did they come out with these jerseys? Like I'm seeing jerseys I've never seen on TV. I've never seen sold in a store. When were these jerseys ever worn? That's this jersey for the Colorado Rockies. It's like, whoa. Is this real? Because it shouldn't be. But I will say, I love them.
Oh, for sure.
I love
I don't know why I said for sure. I don't like them.
I adore this monstrosity. They are in forest green from ankle to nipple. Just nothing but that. Nothing but that. Ankle to areola. Straight up just forest green. And then, well, we're the Rockies. I mean, we're in Denver. How do we connect to the city? The same mountains that are on all of our other fucking jerseys. It's on all. And then you know what? Put it on the hat too. Fuck them.
Nah, the hat's great. Don't hate the hat.
I love it. I love how none of the colors line up with anything. This is amazing. It has nothing to do with the city. You know what the city is inherently not? The Rocky Mountains. It's, oh man, it's fucking funny, man. I love it so much.
That's one way to describe it. It is a funny jersey.
It's hilarious, especially because the back. So the mountains go up to, you can't see this on the podcast, but the mountains go up to the areolas, right? But on the back of the jersey, the mountains only go up to like the middle of the back, which means if you're standing profile and have your arms raised, which, you know, most baseball players do when they're, you know, batting, there is just a sharp cutoff from green being
up here to down. Like it's a 6 to 8 inch difference between where the green stops and starts for the two halves of the jersey. Like whoever knitted these things together must have been like, wow, whoever designed this is a fucking moron. This is so stupid, but not my job. And it just kept trucking along. Just, oh man, it's so, I love these. These are so bad. They're so bad. I love them so much.
This is why I never know what you mean. You love them because they're so bad. You give a very clear opinion.
Did you grow up, or are you today a bad movie person? Like, do you watch bad movies for sport and pleasure?
No.
I do. I love a good bad movie. Love one. For anybody out there, Vinegar Syndrome just came out with a new film, which if you don't know what Vinegar Syndrome is, look them up. They're also fantastic. That is a movie that they restored that they found at like an estate sale that was not edited together and had no dialogue, and it's called New York Ninja, and it's from like 1984. And man, I just watched it the other day with some friends, and it is absolutely amazing. They made up dialogue, they made up a plot. Let me tell you, the plot they made up makes no fucking sense at all. The movie was so bad that they shot a whole movie in New York City in the 80s, and then they realized how bad it was and didn't put it out. So it was shot in 1984, was not released until 2021. It's so good. It's so good. Love a good bad movie. Anyway. All right. So that brings us to then, I guess, the most current City Connect jersey. The Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim have come out with their City Connect jersey, which they say is beach themed to tie into Ocean County. So the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim have instead gone with a Surf City, a Surf City based logo. And I'm laughing because fuck the Angels. That's so fucking stupid. Eat shit. It's so dumb. They claim 3 different cities just in this one jersey and don't nail any of them. It's so fucking stupid. I'm going to say it a third time. The Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim went with a Surf City, which is a town. I'm not making it up. It's not a nickname. A name of a town in Ocean County, which is also not the county Los Angeles is even in. So 3 cities and 2 counties. That's just a mess. Anyway,
they are definitely going for literally anyone in the state of California, not in San Francisco or a Dodgers fan. Please like us.
Yes, exactly. This is a cry for help. So they are an off-white, like not as tan as the Diamondback Serpientes jersey. Yeah, it's a cream. With everything about it looks very soft. Like it looks like it's all made out of like cashmere.
It looks like the opposite of the Colorado jersey, which looks like it's just pure nylon.
Yes. Yeah. The Rockies jersey looks very shiny. Yeah. This looks like it absorbs light. Angels
the Rockies looks like it costs maybe $15 if you were to get it from Kohl's. This looks like you can only get it from Mitchell and Ness for like $500.
Yeah, agreed. Fully nailed it. The Angels is written in like a bold cursive across the front with a swoop underneath, with the numbers on the left-hand side of the jersey in a baseball diamond kind of logo. And then that's kind of it, really. They have like an armband on the left arm, logo on the right.
New York Giants style armband.
Yes, exactly. Very
like
football. Yeah, very like even like a collegiate football kind of like, or old school like 80s football kind of armband. The number on the back the number on the front is also in blue, but it's much less noticeable as compared to the one on the back, which is obviously much fucking bigger. The hat is kind of just a normal hat, except it's got the cream color for the front panel instead of it being like red or white.
It's like their retro logo. It's an older A.
Yeah, it feels very much so. Honestly, a lot like they're just regular retro jerseys anyway. All right, tell me what you think about these.
I'm obsessed with the font that the Angels is in. Like I'm fine with everything else. Nothing else really blows me away. I think like the diamonds that almost kind of looks like a flag you'd see on the beach looks good. But man, that Angels logo on the cream color of the jersey just does something for me. I really like them.
I hate these.
Yeah, I knew
hate
you did
these.
because you tweeted about it, but they do it for me.
Dude, this is the most boring fucking jersey on the goddamn face of the earth. Their jersey is, as much as I was laughing and loving the idea that the Colorado Rockies went forest green for the whole thing. This is like white. Let's just make it white. And it's like, all right, but like your regular jerseys are already white. It's just a slightly different shade of fucking white. This is just the regular jersey with a couple small tweaks. And then they were like, Surf City, baby. And it's like,
Yeah, dude, they went about
anything.
They went about as surf city as possible. They got really stoned, drew this, kind of trippy logo, and then said, "Fuck it, man, let's go surfing. We're done. Let's get out of here." Perfect.
I mean, it is a genuine toss-up for me. Which team came up with the worst design between the Dodgers and the Angels? Both of them.
Really?
I mean, because the Dodgers is also horrible. The Dodgers is so. I don't remember if we talked how much we talked about it, but it's literally just instead of the uniforms are white and the Dodgers is blue, we'll have the uniform be blue and the Dodgers is white, and we'll put Los in front of the Dodgers. So there's Los Dodgers. Dude. It's awful. It's awful.
ESPN has the Rockies as the #1 City Connect jersey ever.
They're great. I love them. But like. People already make fun of you, Angels, for calling yourselves the LA Angels, and you're not even near.
Dodgers.
It's bad, right? Like, they're not good jerseys.
It's just their jerseys. They just
which is how I feel about this. It's just so much so. Just kind of the Angels already their jersey.
Yeah, but at least they made like the logo fun and different. They changed.
They changed
the design
changes.
of the jersey. Yeah, but the Dodgers didn't change their jerseys.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I'm saying it rivals the Dodgers for how little they ended up actually changing. Like, if we compare this to the Marlins jerseys, even fucking the Diamondbacks jersey is wildly different.
Yeah, but the Diamondbacks jersey is awesome.
That's what I'm saying. And it's a great, like the Angels said that the cream color of the jersey is meant to invoke the feeling of sand. Which I don't think anybody's gonna fucking get from looking at that shit without you saying that. Whereas the Diamondbacks very much so did the same thing because that's a desert nation, and they nailed it. They absolutely nailed it. This has no feeling of. I mean, there's definitely a 70s kind of California vibe in this, but so is there in the Angels' pre-existing retro jersey. Like that is from the 70s. They didn't. How has both the Angels and Dodgers claimed Los Angeles and neither one done a fucking thing that has anything to do with the city of LA? As much as I don't really like the Giants City Connect jerseys, and we talked about this last year when they came out, because much the same thing. Our jersey is white. Fuck you. Thanks, Giants. Super fucking cool. An all white jersey. We don't have any of those in MLB. At least they had here's the here's the Golden Gate Bridge. Don't you? We all love this bridge here in San Francisco. And it's yeah, all right, I get it. That's the big landmark. That's the establishing shot in every movie that's ever taken place in San Francisco. So yeah, all right, I get it. LA, for the Dodgers and the Angels, it's just been a gigantic, eat shit. Fuck you. We're not going to try very hard on this. Suck my balls.
You know what it is for me is, we gave props to Houston for taking a swing. Even if it didn't have great contact, they swung. The Angels and the Dodgers did very little to change their jerseys, but the Angels are at least really nice to look at.
I will say they're
really nice to look at.
If they came out with these as just a regular alt, I don't think I'd have any problems. I really don't, because they are well-designed jerseys. They genuinely are. I just think that for what they're doing and what they're up against, they're fucking boring. As compared to some of the dramatic differences we've seen in other teams. Again, even Boston, that's not a pretty to look at fucking jersey at all.
No, it's awful.
But man, they swung for the goddamn fences on it. And it meant something. That color scheme was the symbol of the standard that they bore after the Boston bombings. Like that color scheme meant something deep to the city of Boston. As hideous as those jerseys were, there was a genuine meaning there. And the Angels went with, well, we're not even in LA County, which is the namesake of our fucking team. So we're just going to use the county that we are in. And then we're not really by the water. So we'll just use a city that is closer to the water and then take the idea of surfing, which is also vaguely problematic because white people shut out Hawaiians from surfing for decades. And we're just going to roll over that and just be like, nah, it's all good. And it's just fucking fuck you. Like, do something Anaheim related then. Obviously you can't get the rights from Disney, but I mean, get sued over a mouse.
Oh boy.
Ooh, hold on. Genuine question.
Okay.
Genuine question.
Okay.
If the Angels had gotten the rights to use Disney logos because of all of the creepy weirdo Disney people, would that become the best-selling City Connect jersey?
Oh, probably.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, the overlap on this Venn diagram of people who are into baseball and are crazy Disney people is probably very small. But I mean, if that's something, if Disney sold it too, if they were like, hey, we'll sell it too. Yeah, absolutely. If they didn't sell it, I don't think it would be the best selling because I think you would only be getting baseball people who like Disney and some super diehard fans. I don't think you would get that mass appeal that Disney selling it would.
Yeah, I agree. If Disney sold it, I think it would be huge, especially if they sold it at, is it Disneyland that's in California?
Yes.
Or is it Disney? Okay. Especially if they sold it at Disneyland, like, like you're there for a vacation. Oh, it'd be great. Let's go to Disneyland. We'll get the kids, we'll walk around. Oh, they're selling jersey. Hey, let's go to the Angel Stadium. Go catch the Angels game. We're already here on vacation. Buy a kid a Trout jersey. Kids love fish. Go take them to go see Trout.
You know what I think would actually be an unironically really great idea? If the Disney Corporation bought the Angels and built a stadium inside Disneyland. Or at least like attached to Disneyland.
I wonder how far apart those two things are.
It's in Los Angeles.
You mean Anaheim?
No, like Disneyland is in Los Angeles. So
no, Disneyland is in Anaheim.
Is it really?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
We were talking about it last night from Quinn's sister's boyfriend, who's like from California and was saying, "Oh yeah, it's in Los Angeles." So maybe even Los Angeles people get those two cities fucking confused.
I don't know where in California is he from? They're not close to each other at all.
Okay.
Like, I promise. I'm going to LA in a few months. I've done the research because I also would like to see Trout and Ohtani play in person. They're not fucking close. So, is he from LA? Because that just seems wrong.
I don't think he's from LA, but I don't know. I have no details for you.
Angel Stadium and Disneyland Park are 4 miles away.
That's fucking shit.
Yeah, and that's 3.7 miles away. 13 minutes with traffic.
Jesus Christ.
They are.
Just do it. Just do it, Disney.
Right there.
Put that fucking mouse in a baseball jersey. Bat him fifth.
Honestly, like, the promotions would be
they would
there.
They would have so many people in that park if they attached it to Disney. Like they would be able to sell out every day. Hey, for an extra $40 to your Disneyland ticket, close out your day with a nightly baseball game.
Yeah. I mean,
done.
A lot of cities do that too. Like if you go to go visit like Toronto or New York or Houston, the city will sell you a ticket that is for multiple attractions at a rate that would be cheaper than buying all the tickets for all the places individually. I remember we almost did this when I was in Toronto a few years ago because they sold like go visit like the Space Needle and the aquarium and like a couple other random things. And it was like $50-$60 a person. And if we bought all those things individually, it would have been like, I'm like $70-$80. You could totally do that with Disneyland and Angels, but whatever. We're not getting paid to market for Disney or the Angels. Fuck you, Joe Maddon. Just got fired. Actually, I guess we can just transition into that then. Joe Maddon got fired. The Angels lost 12 games straight. Apparently, Madden's contract expired and they chose not to renew it. So he didn't get canned. He just didn't get renewed. But for all intents and purposes, he got fired. And then the Angels proceeded to lose the game they had that night, which means the Angels have now lost 13 straight games. Their record prior to 2 weeks ago was 27 and 17. 10 games over 500. 27 and 17. They were cruising. And now they are 27 and 30. Have fallen to under 500. Oh man, it's just so bad.
Do you think this was a last-ditch effort with these uniforms to help this team out?
No. I think that these uniforms were guys, don't come. No, stay all 9 innings, please. We'll give you one. Come on, guys, come back. As all the fans funnel out of the stadium. Yeah,
it's tough. It's really tough.
It's just wild. 13 straight games. Trout slumping, literally his worst 0-for slump of his career. But still, like a team with Trout and Ohtani and honestly, who cares? People around them. And they're just getting their shit pushed in. It's incredible to witness. Like the Rangers and the Angels now have the same win percent this season.
That's tough.
What do you even say about that?
I know we always talk about like never give up, season's never over, plenty of games left, plenty of time left. You give up now.
We're not even at the All-Star break.
Right, but it's over, right? It's done. Dunzo, season over.
Season is not over. They are very much so still in a playoff hunt, especially with the expanded wild card playoff format that we have nowadays. They're still very much so in the running. So, yeah. They need to, if they just win a handful more games, they would pass Cleveland and Chicago. Or you really just need to tie up Boston to who holds the final wild card spot.
Mm-hmm.
But man, it's just, and there's a bunch of numbers we could talk about that gets into in what ways the Angels have been bad for 13 games. But when you've gone over 13, it's like, does it even fucking matter? Like what the numbers are right now? Like your shit's getting fucked, bro. Like, what's your problem? Everything, bitch. Like everything. You like it's not. It's like if you came in riddled with bullet holes and we're like, Doc, what's wrong? It's like, bro, everything. Like, what do you want me to tell you? Yeah. Everything is wrong. You could not be in a worse state right now. Like, what are you hoping to find in there, man? Trout got pulled yesterday in the 3rd inning from groin tightness. Oh man, it's like Payne City over there in Ocean County.
Payne City. Ooh, not a place I would want to live. I bet rent is awful.
Or rent's amazing because no one wants to live there.
Yeah, but it's probably
the sky's on fire and everything hurts, but man, the rent is amazing. It's weird to see Joe Maddon fired. Like, it's always tough to quantify in baseball what makes a good manager and a bad manager. In football and hockey, the other two sports we talk about the most, it's very easy to understand the impact that a manager or a coach has, most prominently in football, because there's an aspect of player development that's very evident, and you also scheme, you make plays, obviously some of those responsibilities get delegated out, but buck stops with you. You have to agree to pretty much everything, at least in the playbook at the outset, and have to get everyone on the same page, blah, 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 blah. And the same thing for hockey, like how you're going to run your defense and your offense, how you're going to run your power play units, like how you're going to run special teams, all that shit gets started. And, as a Rangers fan, like I've seen the Rangers make some huge transitions over the last 3 years and how they run their offense and defensive stylings between, oh my God, what was the guy before Dan Quinn? I can't think of his fucking name. Alain Vigneault. Oh God, that guy fucking killed me. I fucking hate that motherfucker. But like, Alain Vigneault was a bunch of dump and chase and then hope for a breakaway. And now with Dan Quinn, it's a little bit, now with Gerard Gallant, like, I'm all over the place. But regardless, with MLB, it's a little bit more like, all right, well, he's not telling him to hit home runs versus singles. I mean, what is he doing? He's not setting the lineup usually. He's making the bullpen changes. Definitely doing that. He ain't booking the flights. Like, I don't know. So it's like, it's tough to.
When do you think he booked his last flight himself?
Yesterday, after he got shit canned and had to go home.
I deserve that.
Yeah.
Deserve that one.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's a weird team. It's not like with Joe Girardi getting fired, which we can talk about in a minute. Like Joe Maddon, I can't believe I'm going to say this. I think it's been a big net positive for the Angels, because I'm not sure another manager who's not as weird as Joe Maddon would have helped Shohei Ohtani become the player he has become. Like Joe Maddon was really insistent and good about making sure that Shohei got to be a two-way player. Whereas I'm not entirely convinced other managers in MLB would have given him as much leeway to do it. Like today, Shohei Ohtani bats every single day, pitches on regular rest, and bats in the game he pitches in. And then after he gets pulled as a pitcher, still bats, lets him run the bases and play the field when they absolutely need him to. And I'm genuinely not sure another manager lets that happen, especially after Shohei Ohtani's elbow injury? Yeah, that kept him from pitching for a season. Like I'm really not sure another team not held by Joe Maddon lets him have that to where we are today, that much leeway. So it's weird to see him go, because I imagine you have to be pretty well liked at that point, but you're also not winning a lot. Neither was Mike Scioscia. I don't know. Like, is manager the cure for this fucking team's issues?
I don't think so. I mean, maybe at this point you lose 13 straight games. If they were already on the fence about Maddon, maybe this helps out the rest of the season. But at the end of the day, I don't know. I know Joe Maddon is more of a locker room, rah-rah kind of atmosphere kind of guy, like a culture guy, and that can wear itself out. But man, I don't know about the long-term play here.
Yeah, I don't know either. It is bad. Their last 14 days, the team has an OPS of 606. Relative to the league, that is a 68 OPS plus, so they've been 32% worse than the average bear on hitting, which feels very opposite to the Angels' usual issues, which is, boy, howdy, can this team not pitch? The team has pitched very well in the last 2 weeks, to the tune of, hold on, I just lost it. Oh no, that's actually the other. Okay, so they have it for the splits. They have it listed as OPS. I read it as ERA for a second. Oh, they've pitched very poorly. Oh, they pitched super duper poorly. Yeah. They have allowed in the last 2 weeks an OPS of 860, which is 36% better than league average. Which means if you come up to the plate in the last 2 weeks against the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim and Ocean County, representing Surf City, your average slash line, you're getting on base 36% of the time with a slugging of just about 500. Oof. Nope. Oof. Nope. Big oof. Mm-mm. Not good. And it's like, what's the manager supposed to do? Is he supposed to, is he laying down all the wrong signs? It's like, I don't know. I don't think that's what's happening, but all right, real quick. Let's talk about the Phillies. Oh, sorry. Were you going to say something?
No.
They also fired Joe Girardi. The Phillies, who have been off to what the kids might call a not good start to the season. The Phillies are also currently out of a playoff spot. They're 26-29, so that's not great. Not horrible, but not great. Unlike the Angels, their lack of success has been prevalent all season, not just in the last 2 weeks. They're 5-5 in their last 10, third in the NL East. But based on talent and dollars committed to the team, I'm sure that they expected to be better than they currently are. So they've moved on from Joe Girardi. Which, were you surprised?
Maybe a little, but looking at their season, it's hard to be. I mean, it's not like Joe Girardi is I know he has the prestige of being the Yankees manager, but it's not like he's a top tier guy that you would think gets the benefit of the doubt. I mean, hey, the Phillies also moved on from Gabe Kapler, so maybe they're just not good at this.
Which is why I suggested that the Angels should hire Joe Girardi, because clearly Phillies managers who go to California are primo managers. Yeah. By the way, Phillies' fourth most payroll in baseball this season, $233 million. That's more than the Padres, the Red Sox, the Angels. Angels at number 7.
Wow.
Yeah, it's bad. Super, super bad. The Phillies are spending $60 million more dollars. Sorry, $54 million more dollars than the Houston Astros to have a 473 win percent to the Astros 643. Super duper not good, bro. So, of these, but if you could only pick one of these two teams to make the playoffs, though, which team would you pick?
Angels or Phillies?
Angels or Phillies? Right now, both teams.
Angels.
Actually, sorry, the Angels would have to surpass 3 teams to be in a playoff spot. The Phillies would have to surpass 2 teams.
I still think the Angels, because at least they've shown that they could be a very, very good team. And man, I'd have more faith in Shohei, Walsh, and Trout to lead this team to a playoff run than Bryce Harper. Is he going to come back this year? How long is he out with his injury?
I don't know. I remember it being kind of a big oofy ouchie, but I don't remember.
Right elbow soreness, not Tommy John. So there you go. We'll see.
Might return to lineup after a PRP injection, and this article is from May 21st. So
he did
nothing. Yeah. So no, he did not.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to stick with the Angels.
I think I would take the Phillies. I think that the AL has a little bit better of a competition for those wild card spots, mostly because the AL East is fucking slugfest this year, as it is always. So those literally the 3 wild card teams are all AL East teams in the American League right now. It's Toronto, Tampa, and Boston, which means you have to surpass one of those 3 teams to make the playoffs. And yeah, Boston's looked kind of shitty this year for most of it, but that's still tough. The White Sox are probably underperforming a little bit. They have to pass them. And then who the fuck knows what Cleveland is. But just between the fact that it looks like the other AL teams are going to be really good, at least between Toronto and Tampa makes that a much harder hill to climb. Whereas for the Phillies, the teams ahead of them are the Giants, the Cardinals, and the Padres. The Padres are pretty well locked in. I don't have a lot of faith in either St. Louis or San Francisco. Atlanta is also in front of them, who I don't have much faith in. Like it's very even at right here in this portion of the standings. And then once you get below Philly, it gets destitute real quick, because below Philly in the standings for the wild card is the Arizona Diamondbacks, the Pittsburgh Pirates, the Colorado Rockies, the Miami Marlins, Chicago Cubs, Washington Nationals, and Cincinnati Reds. So it's not like they're even really facing any pressure from the teams behind them, because all those teams are not like huge, but a decent chunk back. Whereas again, Cleveland, the Angels have Texas nipping on their heels. Like they're matched in win percent. And then the Mariners are not far behind. And believe it or not, Baltimore isn't horribly far behind. The distance, this is a sad thought. The distance between, in wildcard standings, the Angels and Baltimore is the same distance between Philly and the team behind. Philly and the Colorado Rockies. But that's how close Baltimore is to being as good as the Angels are.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, both teams are horribly confusing. I think that's the other issue. It's like I can't look at the Angels and be like, oh, well, once they're pitching better, they'll be fine, because like they're not hitting for shit. And same thing with the Phillies. It's like I can't say that either. I can't be like, well, once their hitting recovers, they'll be pitching. Just no fucking know they won't. Like, but I don't know how either team got built. It's like you all just kind of showed up.
It's like we keep expecting these teams to make a jump and they just never do.
Yeah, they keep pumping money into it, and yet it's not work. It's like a car that you keep trying to repair. It's like I keep bringing it to the shop and they keep replacing these parts, but it never works. I can't figure it out. That's the Philadelphia Phillies and the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim of Ocean County representing Surf City.
Let's get it, man.
Yeah. Oh man, we had so many things written down to talk about. Yordan Alvarez signed a new contract with the Houston Astros. Is a 6-year, $115 million contract for the left-handed slugger, holding down their DH spot. Unexpected for sure. At least I wasn't hearing any talk about him getting a potential extension anytime soon, but here we are, man. Yeah, it's a huge contract for a guy that is only just about to hit his ARB years. He's not even this was not an ARB season for Yordan Alvarez. The season we're playing in right now is not even an arbitration year. So this buys out his 3 ARB years and then goes 3 years beyond that. The way it is structured is it will be going chronologically from 2023 to 2028, 7 million, 10 million, 15 million. So progressing kind of like how ARB contracts would progress, probably showing some good savings in those years. I'd imagine he would beat those things out, but regardless. And then once we get post ARB, it's 26 million each year for 3 years, which not bad. It's interesting to judge because he is a DH, which is makes this a little bit more intriguing because that's some serious AAV for a DH. You know, this is not a guy who plays the field well at all. What do you think about the contract?
I think you have a guy this young performing this well and is seemingly this underrated. You sign him to a contract as quick as you can because you want him to be a franchise player literally forever. It's crazy how good he is at hitting a baseball and how little people talk about him outside of Houston.
Yeah, he's a fucking killer. So far on the season, as a DH, he has amassed 2.2 WAR, which is stupid.
Ugh.
He has a 190 OPS plus. He would probably be leading the league in a lot of categories if not for Aaron Judge. Actually, I'm going to pull up Aaron Judge's stats right next to his just to double check how far off he is. Because I know in the home runs, I think they're 1 and 2. But anyway, this season, he has already amassed in 50 games, 211 plate appearances. He has 52 hits, 5 doubles, 2 triples, 17 home runs, 36 RBIs. His slash line is 289, 389, 622. That is a 1,011 OPS. And as I said, a 190 OPS plus. He has made he has made 29 of his 50 appearances at DH, the other 21 of which have been in left field. So he is spending a little bit more time in the field than he has been in previous seasons. Last year, he spent 2/3 of his time DHing, 1/3 of it in the field. This year, it looks like it's a little bit more 50-50. Be interesting to see how that kind of changes things down the road. According to his baseball reference DWAR, he has not been great in the field, negative 0.6 WAR, but it's not horribly unusual. So yeah, straight fucking killing it. It's also great to see, it feels like the exact opposite of the situations with we've been talking about a lot recently with like Ozzie Albies and Ronald Acuna Jr., where it's like, fucking, you guys suck. What is wrong with your management? This is super fair. This is really fair. I mean, this has Yordan hitting free agency again in his age 32 season, which they probably could have gotten more on the free agent market if he had just, gone through his ARB years and then hit free agency at 29. But the security of this contract, which is what long-term deals can do for you, especially when you have so much team control left, which can be a blessing and a curse. I mean, that's 150. That's generational money right there. You don't just turn that shit down. He's got room for a second contract in there, especially as a DH.
I think he has plenty of room for. I think he could easily fit in 2 more contracts.
Yeah, you know what? I think actually it'll be interesting to see how the Judge contract shakes out, because not that they're the same, because Judge is, I think, 30 even right now. So he's a little bit younger than Yordan will be when Yordan hits free agency. But seeing how the older outfield market shakes out in the next few years will also be interesting.
But it's also not like Yordan's value comes from playing a premium position.
Right.
Like, he'll be able to hit until he's 35, 36, barring any major injuries.
Honestly, with his eye, he could probably hit till he's even older. He's got, because he's not like a Ryan Howard, I'm just here to fucking mash kind of guy. Like, he's got a really good eye.
Patience, got a good eye.
Left-handed.
Yeah. He's a fun player to watch. I like him.
Yeah. So good on the Astros. Good for our man, Yordan Alvarez. I'm hesitant. All right. Last thing I guess we have for the day. Didn't mean to close with a downer. Just kind of forgot about it and how it ended up being the last thing we talked about. Tampa Bay. Yep. Tampa Bay Rays players, a handful of them, decided not to wear a patch on the jersey, which is the like sunburst logo, that is the LGBTQIA plus flag, the rainbow flag. Took it off because of their they said it came down to a faith-based decision. It's 5 players, all of them pitchers: Jason Adam, Jalen Beeks, Brooks Raley,
Jeffrey Springs, and Ryan Thompson all peeled the logo off their jersey and refused to wear the cap that also had the logo on it, and instead wore the regular cap. So basically refused to participate in the recognition of Pride at all, for reasons that they claim are based on Jesus. Corwin, what do you think of that?
Oh man. Why were these guys given the option?
Can't fucking tell you.
I don't want to get into the religious aspect of it because it's counterintuitive. It doesn't follow its own logic. It's just blatantly, yeah, that exactly why I don't want to go into it. Don't give them the option. It's a team decision. It's a human decision. If you don't like it, okay, coach, I'm sitting today. All right, awesome. You're not going to get seen. You're not going to make a comment. You go suffer in silence. The rest of us are going to go celebrate this and win a ball game.
I understand how it's a difficult position for the Rays. Like the Rays are going to have to listen to some backlash no matter what, because they employ people who are assholes. And that means that in a certain respect, their behavior is reflective of you. And it's like, could they just cut him? Yeah, they could just cut him. That's a tough position to be in too. So for the Rays end of it, no answer was the right answer, really. I'm glad that the Rays put these guys in front of the media, though, because that felt like the Rays being like, look, you do what you fucking got to do. You have to answer for it. You're not using our PR department. Like, we are not taking responsibility for your stupid fucking decision making. So you want to sit out the game? You want to tear the patches off the jerseys? Do what you got to do, bitch. We're not helping you. Answer the questions yourselves. And the answers are exactly as outlandish as they could possibly be, which amounts to, we are a bunch of homophobic slobs who think that Jesus didn't want anybody to get fucked in the ass. And it's amazing, because the recognition of Pride Night is look how much, or understand and appreciate how much people have suffered to just be who the fuck they are in the first place. You guys are saying everyone said, I'm just gonna be all over the place. Everyone said this bullshit nonsense, which is no problem with gay people, disagree with the lifestyle. Fuck you and die. All right, because first of all, it's not a lifestyle. It's their being. It's like I was about to say it's like being mad at a black person for being black, but that's just describing racism, which is also fucking stupid, but from a logical sense. But to call it a lifestyle makes it sound like it's a choice. You know what I mean? Like if you drive luxury cars, that's a lifestyle choice. If you love fast food and only eat fast food, that's a lifestyle choice. Being gay or trans or whatever is not a lifestyle choice. It's an identity. It's who you literally are. And so for you to, one, degrade it by calling it a lifestyle, but two, also acknowledge it as an integral sense of identity. You can't say that someone is both gay as who they are and say it's a lifestyle choice. Doesn't make any fucking sense.
Guess what? Doctors, I could just totally see someone going into the doctor and it's like, hey, man, doc, my dick just doesn't work. I don't know what it is. Well, it looks like how you live. Like, this lifestyle just isn't healthy. Like, you need to suck more dick to get hard, dude. You need to make an active choice. Do you want to live to see your kid's birthday? You go suck that dick.
Let me tell you, buddy, your dick is pushed to start. You're not pushing from the front. You need to push from the back.
I'm prescribing you 20 dicks. You take one in the morning and then one before bed at night. And that's it.
But the thing is, like, saying that someone is gay and that's who they are, and I have no problem with that, but it's their lifestyle. It's like, it doesn't make, they can't both be an integral true sense of self and also be a lifestyle. Like if you like to wear sweatpants and you wear sweatpants wherever you go, it's a lifestyle for you. That's it's nothing. It's so fucking stupid. Like you said, the religious thing is like, no, they didn't. No, Jesus would probably be pretty mad at you, buddy. He'd be super duper mad at you for not just loving that person and representing. And again, it's like you don't
There's
even have
a
to
reason
condone.
he hasn't come back.
It's you, bitch. Fucking Jalen Beek, suck a dick, bitch. But the thing is, like, you don't even have to agree. Can you agree that you don't want LGBTQIA plus people to die? Can we get on that same page? Because Pride Night is also, again, born out of that. Like, I mean, the Yankees just did, not to trying to like hype up the Yankees. They have a ton of issues with this shit. But like the Yankees just held the whole event last year around the Stonewall riots, like, or protest or whatever. I forget the correct nomenclature. But like, so I mean to say, it's in baseball. It's in recent baseball history. What gay and trans folks have had to go through to just not get fucking killed, which they still have a problem with today, getting killed and having super high suicide rates. So can you wear it just so to even though you disagree with the lifestyle, that people feel like they don't have to die? Can we agree that if you suck a dick as a dude, you shouldn't like be murdered in the street? Or just feel like no solution to this. I love sucking dick too much. I'm just going to go shoot myself. Like, why does it have, you don't have to be condoning it if you feel like it's that fucking horrible, but can you agree no one should have to fucking die as a result? It's just so stupid. I fucking hate it. Oh, I hate it.
Fuck them.
There's no winning in this episode. We have not come out on top of anything. Oh,
Especially if you're in Colorado.
Fuck that jersey.
that jersey is great. Yeah, MLB has a fraught relationship with Pride in the first place. It's a very within the confines of North America, it's a very white sport. Obviously, it is a very colorful sport. However, a lot of that color gets imported from other nations. And even within Pride celebrations, MLB has been very slow in adapting across all teams. I believe the Texas Rangers still do not have a Pride night of any kind. The Yankees just having their first last year. Like, it's been bad. It's been bad. And to have this seemingly never ending like news cycle every June where it's like, here's another team that's full of people that hate you for being you. It's not good for the sport, but it's also not good for the community. I mean, really, if I was the Rays, what the fuck are you supposed to do? You could start being a hard ass, but honestly, if I'm Rob Manfred, I'm making a much harsher edict down to players and teams for punishments for not participating in these things, because it is that small. It like, wear the fucking jersey. It means a lot to people. Just fuck. Who cares? Why do you care this much? Why?
Take a breath.
I mean, you know how much you gotta give a shit to tear a patch off your jersey?
Ask Chris Sale.
That's the thing. You had to be so impassioned. You brought fucking seam rippers to work that day. Man, if that's not some gay shit to do, I don't know what is. You brought seam rippers to work that day to tear the pride flag off of your jersey because it was so offensive. It's a sunburst. You wear a sunburst every day to work. Your team name is a fish. This is all made up nonsense. We're hitting orbs with sticks. This is stupid. It's all dumb. Why do you care that there's a rainbow on a burst of sunlight on the jersey you wear named after the animal that killed Steve Irwin?
Because a really old book told me to, except it didn't.
No, because some
the guy on
random
Fox
white
News told
guy.
me so.
Yeah, exactly. Some random white piece of trash from whatever podunk stupid corner of this world that your cousins fucked each other to pop you out told you hate those people because they're different than you, because I really want to be one, but I'm not because God said not to, and I'm listening. I think that's what he said. Couldn't really hear him. Was getting fucked by a priest. It's dumb. I hate it. Hate it. But anyway. It's 9:30 now. I'm never sleeping.
Yeah, you've been talking for 2 hours, sir.
Well, granted, a good chunk of this meeting time was me waiting for you to show up.
Sure.
Yeah. Anyway, you got anything else you wanna talk about before we get out of here?
Absolutely not.
I didn't think so. All right. Well, hey, if you want to follow the show on Twitter, you can do so at JuicingPod. If you'd like to follow Corwin on Twitter, you can do so at Corwin Hell. If you'd like to follow myself on Twitter, you can do so at Joshua D. Tracy. If you'd like to send emails to the show, you can do so at juicingthenumbers@gmail.com. And until Monday, y'all have a good one.
Bye.